Hi everybody, it's Amy at Crafty Cat. So I finished the Alice in Wonderland journal, and I will be doing a flip through of that, but it'll be tomorrow. So I have a stack of coin envelopes here and just a couple of small sort of, those little card or invitation type envelopes. These are old ones. You can probably tell by looking at them. So anyways, I am going to attempt to make a little journal using these. And this is just going to be a small little fun project. Nothing major. I just need a little brain time. So what I'm going to do, and you've probably seen stuff like this before, but I'm going to slide the flap of one envelope into another envelope. So then I'm going to have this. You can see the patina on these. These are old ones, but you can still get these type of little manila envelopes. I'm trying to decide now if I want to cut off those little flaps, because one is inside of the other, will be glued. I don't think I need another flap, but then it'll be opened down the back unless I seal it at the back. Yes, let's do that. Sorry. That was one of those slow moving brain moments. You know how it is. Like sometimes you gather up some stuff and then you're like, okay, now what do I do? It was one of those. So let's get this cut off, because we only need one. I'll set it aside. I don't think I'll need it, but you never know. Could hinge something, possibly. And then I'm going to put my glue little nozzle. And these bottles, I am asked a lot, were gifted to me, but you can get them on Amazon. And then I've just filled it with art glitter glue. So that's all it is. It's nothing difficult to find. And they come with the little tips. That's another question I get, because I know the art glitter glue ones don't automatically come with the tips. You usually have to buy them separate. I think you can get the little bottle and it has the tip on it, and then you can reuse the tips. But anyhow, these ones come with their little metal tips, which is nice. All right, so that is in there, glued down. And then we're going to cut our ends off, and we're going to put, rather than, you can do it this way. So this is another option. You can put them in like this and have, pages like this, and then it closes up and it's like a little, so you can do it that way, but we're going to put kind of end to end. So I'll cut this one open because we probably want to open as a pocket anyway, and then this one will be here. Its flap will slide in there and close, and then we'll have to probably cut the end off of this one too, so that it can close the right way, because these are all obviously the exact same length. So you got to keep that in mind, that you'll have to do some cutting of ends. You can always glue them back or use them as pockets, but you can't leave them the exact same length, because obviously it's gonna run into your fold in the center. So just something to think about when you do these type of projects. And then the other thing I need to think about is, where do I want it to open? Why is it not wanting to slide in there? So just a tiny bit wider at the top. So see, even though these are manufactured and you'd think they'd all be the same size, these things rarely are. Or square. That's another thing. They're not totally square, so there's always little things you have to finagle. Okay, so because I want to make sure that fits in there, and it looks like it will, but I'm going to cut it open anyway because I want a pocket, and I'm going to cut a little extra off just to make sure we get our spine with enough room to close. Okay, so you can see the first one I barely cut a sliver off of. This one's probably close to 1/8 of an inch. But, I mean, it doesn't have to be super precise. You can just wing-a-ding it, you know? Okay, which one's open? You might be able to wing it, ding it if you're smarter than I am. Okay. And I'm going to glue the back again, I think. Just thinking. Do I want to open this one this way? Yeah, maybe we will, just so we've got some variety. So let's put our glue, and I think I'm going to try to get all the way at the bottom on this one. So this is going to glue this side of this pocket closed. Hopefully that makes sense. So how y'all doing? I don't even think I asked you that. Rude. Yeah, I'm doing good. Just I had to clean up my disaster area. Boy, did I have a disaster after that journal. Oh, I had fabric out. I had lace out. I had just messes everywhere. Because I tend to kind of pull stuff out and then leave it because I don't know if I'm going to, you know, come back to it. Oops. I know, it's my own fault. Now, again, this wasn't square, so then you got to play around and try to get your folds as straight as you can, you know, get them to be. Because it's wanting to not sit straight, okay? So then this one now will open at the back, I think, if I can find it right here. So we'll do a thumb notch. But we're probably going to cover some of these first, so I don't want to do thumb notches just yet. Okay, so this end, I'm going to do the same thing and cut close to 1/8 of an inch off. As close as I can manage. So that'll close, and then the other one will be closed inside, and then this is not straight again. My sister always says, I thought when, you know, I grew up and I had a place of my own and all that, she's like, I always thought things were like square and level, and it's like, yeah, not so much. But that's just the idea that you get in your head about life when you're young until you realize that really nothing is like that. So, oh, this doesn't seem like what did I cut the end off of? Oh, that one. Dirt. I cut that one smaller. I'm such a dork. Why didn't you guys yell at me? Jeez. You probably were, but that's okay. I'll just do the same thing. Yeah. See, already I've messed it up. I mean, I think it'll be fine. So I did cut just a sliver more. Oh, wow, the brain. This one you're supposed to cut short, you know, just a tiny bit off of. The one that's going into the center is the one that you want to cut more off of. Brain. Okay, that'll work. See, because there's my fold line. So as long as I've got a little, I just want a little space so that when I fold these, they're not running into each other and making it so it doesn't come together. You know what I mean? And this is kind of short on this side. So we'll figure something out for that. Not that I'm that worried about it. Anyway, I could put some tabs on or whatever. Now this one I need to think. Do I want... I don't know. I guess you kind of do need the pocket on that side in a way. So I guess we'll do it the same way we did the other one. This is just going to be kind of building this to get an idea right now. And we want to kind of not get glue on everything. Make sure these pockets are going to open. Because otherwise, what's the point? That one is going to be... So what I'll probably do, because these inside ones, see, it's going to go all the way through. And obviously I don't think we want that. You see my little... So what we'll do when we cover this inside part is we'll cover this and seal it at this side end. Okay, so now you have obviously a big long thing that folds like that. But then in the end, it's, you know, it's like that. So then we're going to add on our little fun envelopes so they can flip up. So we'll have, you know, flip ups, flip outs, that whole thing. This one doesn't have a flap. Well, it does, but it's, you know, it got opened at the top. So I'm just going to add like a little hinge to it. And these were in that bunch of envelopes and stuff that I got from my friend whose mom passed. So thank you, Lorraine. They're going to good use. I'm using them. So I hope that that makes her happy. She wanted me to use them, and I'm using them. I'm just going to make a little hinge out of some coffee dyed paper, and I am going to tear it just a little bit so my ends are torn. And I think I'm going to use my Spill and Tea digital on this, and I will show you a few pages of it. I didn't print out the whole thing. It's one of my older digitals, but we enjoyed using it on the Alice in Wonderland. I'm just making it a tiny bit smaller than the envelope journal. So I thought I would go ahead and use it. And I had some pages left because we don't need a ton. It's not a whole big one. We're going to grungy, and we're going to make it just, I don't know, something just fun to make. And of course, if you are making one of these, you don't have to grungy it at all. You can make it, you know, just new type envelopes and any type scrapbook paper or whatever. If you have kits that are, you know, not grungy or whatever, you don't have to use grungy. It's not like a necessity. It's just what I like. I might have to cut these a little in a... Oh my gosh, fiddling with paper. Day in and day out, right? I got it in there. We're just going to do it like that and put the glue right in here. Okay, that's a little off. Oh my goodness. Here I am thinking I'm being all tricky. Would have been tricky if I'd have got it straight. I didn't have enough glue in there anyway. It would have been catching up on stuff. Try to do this a little bit better this time. No guarantees. Okay, that's better. Yeah, that looks better. Okay, so that's my little hinge, but my pocket will still open. We should probably fortify that a little bit because I'm afraid it will get ripped. All things to think about, right? And it doesn't have to go all the way across. Like, it's not that big of a deal. You just want it so that wherever your tag is going in and out or whatever you put in there, it's not just gonna, because there's a little tear right there already. Like, it's just imagine it ripping right down the whole front, which would be sad. Definitely don't want it to do that. My husband's here. If you hear sounds, he's out in the landing area. Are you painting, honey? Yep. He's got a sore throat. Miserable. Hopefully it will get better soon. I'm going to have to close that because it's copyright material. Yeah, he had to start work at like 6 o'clock this morning, so he's about done for the day. He had all his meetings again, his Zoom thing. Okay, I think that's fortified. I'm not liking this corner over here a whole lot. I think I'm going to just put a dot of glue, because these old, you know, the old paper, it just goes to blah real fast. Like it just tears so easy. Oops. Just want that corner glued. I don't want the whole pocket glued. Okay, so that will be my little, one of my little flaps here. And I think I'll have it go this way. And so by putting it on here now, I can cover, when I cover this side, I'll cover up that flap too, which is kind of nice. I think I'm just going to go put it in the middle, or do I want it on the end? Yeah, maybe we will do the end. Sorry. I lied. I just had to look at it a bit. All right, there's one on. And the cool thing about doing these is you could do them however you want in a million different ways, you know. This one, I want it maybe on here. I kind of like the idea of maybe doing something with the flap. I just don't know what. Sorry, I'm just trying to think. That's the problem when you do these on the fly, because it's always like, I don't know how I want to do it. It might be kind of a fun tuck, but I'm worried about how fragile it is. So I think I'm going to cover this side of it with some paper. This is so cool. It's just all cool, all the old stuff. I just love it. And I know not everybody can get these, but if you just have some little, you know, you can even buy them brand new. The little invitation envelopes or something, or those little, like for baby showers or whatever. Those little envelopes like that would work. Whatever you can find. It doesn't have to be old. It's just I have these and I want to use them. So, because otherwise they were going to go in a trash can, and I just didn't like that idea. So yeah, I think I will make this sort of like a little up type of a tuck, or sort of side tuck thing. I love all the old stamps and the postmarks and just the patina on there. Just so cool. Just, I'm going to put a little more glue on this stamp. Because you could grungy up like newer envelopes to make them look old. So I think I will kind of put this one in the center too. And for now, I think I'm just going to kind of glue right along there, and that's it. And then once I figure out what else I want to do, I may put more glue. I don't know. Might even just take one of those little paper clips and put it on there if I can find one. I don't know if I have any over here. I have all my corners. I don't think I have any over here. I'll have to go find one, but you guys know what I'm talking about, the itty bitty little Tim Holtz paper clips. Okay, so there's that. That's the start. And then you can just decorate it however you want. You can add more envelopes if you want. Oh, did I do that? You guys, I did do it upside down. Oh my goodness. Why did I not check that? I'm telling you what. Well, it's definitely going to be grungy. I mean, I guess you could have used it like that, but I don't want it like that. I want it like this. Seriously. Let's try that again. Jeez. I'm almost wondering if I should do something with that hinge. Maybe it was fortuitous that I did that. I'm just going to put a little sewing tissue on here just to strengthen my hinge. I'm not worried about the flap anymore, but you could use washi too. I like to use this. Well, I'm glad I caught that. That was way derpy of me. Not that that's surprising. And yes, that was a lot of glue. Okay, let's try this again. This is for all the people that like to watch our videos to see us mess up. I've been told that before. I just like to watch you guys mess up. Nice, thank you. So that's for you. Okay. So wait, let me figure this out again. This one goes in. That one stays there. That one goes there. This one goes here. And this goes here. Like that. Okay. We do mess up a lot. Or I do. Not speaking for everybody, but I know we all do stuff that's derpy. Okay. So, oops, goes this way, huh? Yes, this way. I'm never going to figure it out. Okay. Oh, that's on my cover, huh? Okay, I'll have to think about that. All right. I am not with it, I'm telling you. All right, so I have some of my spilling tea. And I've told you guys this before, but this is for my daughter because she always says, Mom, I have tea to spill when she's got like gossipy stuff. And I think that's, you know, a thing. It's not just her. But anyway, and this one I did on the wrong paper, so I can use this as background. But anyway, so that's where that all originated from. So then I was like, I need to make a digital that has a tea theme. I mean, I wanted one anyway, but I kind of then did the whole spillin' tea, like gossip or that, plus the literal, because it looks like spilled tea all over the place. But the ladies, like these two, look like they could be gossiping. And the ladies in the teacup and all that, so. And then these are just all fun, old vintagey paper backgrounds. So they're kind of great for anything, really. But they fit, I figured out, these fit right into those pockets. These. So there can be one in there and one in here. And, you know, they'll get decorated up too. We're just getting the start here. And there's just a few of these size in the kit, so I've, you know, made multiple copies. These aren't all different. They're just the same ones over and over. But these kind of backgrounds are great because you can add anything onto them. And they're just fun. Okay, so I've got those two. I'm trying to figure out. Okay, so this one's going to open out here. So this will go here. Oh, I'll mess up again. You just wait. Just wait for it. I think that's as far as that one's going to be able to go. Might have to cut it down. And then the other one is back here. One more. Yeah, this is one of my older digitals, but I like it. It was a good one. My son's coming down this weekend. I'm excited to see him. He didn't get to be here for Easter Sunday, but it's okay. It's kind of the way it is when you're going to school. And your spring break is not at the same time as Easter. This one will go in here. And like I said, I'll trim them down if they need be. Oops, that one I did not do very good on. When gluing, I forgot to run this in there. Is that one gonna be able to? No. I'll have to cut it down a little too. It's okay. It's not a big deal. All right. So I think that's where we'll stop for today, and then I can maybe figure out, you know, what else I'm going to do. And I need to fold this right. It folds this way. But I think it's going to be fun once it's all decorated up and stuff. I think that'll be a fun little thing All right, guys, I hope you like this idea. It would be fun if you made one. You can show me on Instagram or however you like, because I would love to see what you make. If you've got some coin envelopes, and you know, actually, you can make these. You wouldn't have to have the flaps. You could just put hinges. So you could make, you know, the simple little coin envelope that we do a lot, where we bring the two sides of the paper together and then fold up the bottom like that. And those don't have a top, but you just need a hinge. You don't need the flap on the top. So it's not like a big thing to not have the flaps if you don't have these size. These ones are about 6.5 is what the original size was 6.5 by 3.5. 6.5 by 3.5. But I mean, doesn't matter. Whatever size, just make sure you make your envelopes the same size. And like, clearly, if you don't, I didn't here, and it's not that big of a deal. I'll probably leave this tag. I'll cut it off and leave it so it does poke out a little, so that it sort of, you know, disguises where I cut that one too small. So anyway, I hope you guys have an awesome rest of your day, and we will chat again soon. Love you guys. Bye.